Hey guys, I think I'm going to call this video the dialing up, like dialing up to source energy. Welcome to this video. If you haven't seen these videos before, welcome back if you have. Thank you so much for tuning in either way. I am always making these videos and in alignment with the highest vibration of love light. That's my intention. And so with all of my videos, no matter what I'm sharing with you guys on YouTube, they're all meant to raise vibrational frequency. And so this one will be light language and interpretation. Lots of healing frequencies coming through this morning. The last video I did, I'm just calling this the dial up series because you're dialing up to source. We're dialing up and we're tuning into a higher frequency. And there are some strange sounding light language coming through. I've done it before. It just doesn't always come through in the videos that I've done. So for those of you who are just tuning in, I invite everybody, or if you have only seen a few of my videos, I really invite you to come from an open heart and an open mind, because these are meant to be felt on a non-linear level, in the body, on a cellular level. You may not understand it in this 3D perspective or perception, but your body does, and your higher self does, and the other versions of your higher self, your guidance team, understand it. And what it does is it helps shift our awareness, it helps raise our frequency, and then again, you know, it's like lighting up in a field. It's like dominoes. So if I can share this with you and you share it with someone else, not just sharing the videos, but just sharing your higher vibrational energy, then that will light up somebody else's candle, so to speak, and so on and so forth. And that's my intention with all of these videos. So thank you for tuning in. Let's get started. I always invite you to take a few breaths, and I'm being shared to talk about water a lot. I will be doing a lot more videos about water. I just have, haven't taken all the time to put into all these videos and just sharing what's coming through. Feet on the ground, long breaths in, long breaths out. I've already said this as my intention to be for the highest and greatest good of all. Again, these are collective. It's collective, but you'll receive it wherever you need it most, or set that intention for you to receive it wherever you need it most. And as always, you're more than welcome to email me if you'd like if you have something personal that you'd like some assistance with, or questions and whatnot. In the meantime, I'm going to invite you just to kind of keep the spine tall, whether it's seated or lying down. And again, open heart, open mind. Some English will be coming through as well. Diana akia session na kuatua takia session Diana ana akua ikia nak ukua itia session kia ak ana ak it ak at ak at ak uruk 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 turuk uruk ustia kiana teka taka tusta teka ta session takina tika taka tukustana tia ta 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 tukno kustana ki ti session na kutu tu tia ta ta kini session ta 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 tikine session taki de ta ta shuru uri ki ti ata na ki ti session na kutu ti ne ki session na ki ti session ti tukunoa ti session ta ki ti session na kutu shuna ki ti session na ki ti tu shuna ki ti session na 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 ti ne session na ki ti session tu tu te ta session tu ku na ke te session ta e na e te ne e at uana i session na ki te session ta e session ta ti ne na na session na kutu to na kushta o ya ta e ti session ta ki na ta te session ta ki ti tu e session na ki te ana ke re session ta ki na ua o ku ana ake at e session na ku ta ke na session e ti session ti session to ua ki ti session ta e ki ena es esh ek I u anak et at ak is ish et ak uste ek enak ok u e tak e huena ya tak at is ishti ek et ak u enak u ak an ak u at e dik ak anak u tak ak et u hua un ikia at ish ek en ok oa ak en ak eat ak at ea ak uak et en it ish de ek en ok oa it enak ua ak ua Yeah, the ana. Ana. Toenaya kwaya ta anahya atiata kwasa shakanahya. Kua pu oshiata ko o tatea nakiat anakia seshia. Ia ak ot ushti ak ena at it ko akan okua pu o etishti akin itiashiana. Dia akisi shiata kua kunu uchishti akisi shi iya niet anakia anawetena. Dia aishia no ko apu a ish an it an in oyak an ahat uku hasishia. Ja, ak ua au I nakiet et yshtiakut ua tinnakshiat ak anah. Ja, bishtiak ua pu okushtiat ua ti ayindiak no huok unnashta aya. Ja, duot etestia annatiestia no kuot ustia annetiestia. Dia digi istia ua makupua. Diak et istia. Doa esishia akwa tu ishtia no kupu ua edua et itishtia akan akshtia. Ak anua, yeah. So just breathing in and out. Allowing the frequencies to kind of wake up certain centers in the body, chakras if you will. And as we speak to you in this divine alignment with your own codes and codons, we fire up a wave and frequency in your bodies. Tukat ishtiak ua. Diasa shikia tu ukushtiata tu ushtiana kupu ukunoeshte. And I'm being guided that the dial up was a correct title. So as you dial up and dial into who you truly are, you activate within you these codes as well. It is not necessary for the light language to activate these codes. By being the authentic, true, genuine, Deas ishtiana, I'm seeing truthscape. Deas kishtiak upoko shtia. Of who you really are, this in itself activates your codons, your memories, your triggers, are merely you being you. There's plan words, so some of these are plan words. There is a guidance system that activates on another level, and it feeds into the projections that you are projecting out. And so so I'm seeing like you're watching a movie and you're projecting it from your heart. Let's say your heart and your third eye, for example, are the projectors, the light. And then you see and sense through what you're projecting. So if you're projecting from fear, your solar plexus is all knotted up, you're projecting like mangled stuff on your movie. And so what's happening is the more you let go of fear and the more you come into your authentic truth of who you are, expressing your truth with these light languages and with these codes, then these other helpers or guidance system, these other projections can help. So it's almost like we were projecting in the dark in this one little movie screen. It's like that tunnel, we're projecting, it's a tunnel, and we're just seeing that light, which is our movie that we're making, and we're walking towards it. But now all that tunnel is opened up like a flower, and all these other projections are coming in to assist us. And the more we open to that, the more we speak our truth from here, the more access we have to ourselves. And the more access we have to ourselves, the more access we have to our guidance system, our kingdom, the keys to our kingdom. Tia no kupua. Tia se shikiana. Tia se shti tia te kuota na kiata tesishina. Tia na kua tistishtia na kua pono koshtia tistishtia takiata na tia tatishti ak oku koshtia na kiana. Tia na se shikia tak upua na kia se shiatu no koshtia tia na e takia. Tia na e toko akupua koshtia na kashtia te tistishtia na toshtia na. Ia kutua kana kistishti ak iat ana a ua apu uku ti akiet at tishti ak anokupua. Low energy, healing energy coming through there. The more we remember who we are, I'm seeing an arc. Like a rainbow, but an Ark of the Covenant, perhaps. I'm not sure what that references to right now, but it's play on words. Tua se shikia e aqua make etiana. Dia se shikia nas tishtiana kostiakwa. We activate our divine inheritance, our divine infrastructure, architecture. And within this are the building blocks of all that we perceive we need. For it is all a perception, whether we realize it, cognize it, or not. It is our own creation. And as we create the beauty from within us, around us, we see more of that beauty reflected back to us in the forms that we seek to express in. And I'm being invited to share with you, read between the lines on these words, because they're all multi-layered and dimensional. And I will, again, I'm working on a blog. As soon as I get that blog up and running, I'll let you guys know, because reading it activates as well. And as the walls come down, I'm having reference to Jericho, the walls of Jericho, and they were, the walls of Jericho came down because of a certain vibrational frequency and a certain geometry, codes, if you will, that caused the falling of the walls. And this can be symbolic as well as literal. We can move mountains. But before we realize our own power, we must activate the heart. We must activate the heart and not just the head. For within the heart is the freedom. Now, I'm hearing that song as always. One of my favorite activation songs is Crowded House, the 80s, or I think it's 80s. There's freedom within, there is freedom without. So when we have this freedom inside, we see the freedom around us, and it's expressed back to us in more freedom. In more abundance, in more cohesive time streams. We won't feel so unstable jumping from one space to the next as much. We'll be able to follow more of a higher trajectory. I'm also being guided to share that there's much more coming through in these words than what I'm saying in English, because they sometimes cannot be completely translated. It's like reading ancient Sumerian texts. We don't quite understand. Or if you look in Latin and you look at the English language and you look up the word that it is in Latin, sometimes it's not even in the same ballpark. Or it doesn't even have, okay, I was guided to say ballpark for a reason. Okay. So I'm going to go into this next strand here about the ballpark. And so within the ballpark, think of your game of baseball. And I'm just laughing because when I first started to hear this about 3 years ago, approximately, and all kinds of references to baseball. So here we go. Think of your baseball game. Your baseball game has players and it's within a certain shape. It has a certain number of players on the team. However, there are a certain number of people in the stadium watching, participating with their energy. However, each is in their own reality. For example, the baseball player who is ready to hit the ball is focused on that, where the ball will land, how he will swing or she, what the coaching is, or the alignment that has been requested. So I'm seeing that also like plugged into the computer. So the catcher, I guess it is, says this is how the pitcher is going to throw. He does all of his symbols. So the pitcher is paying attention to the catcher. The hitter is paying attention to the coach and his instincts. And so even though they're sharing this energy in this field, they are still playing their own game. And then as the pitcher throws the ball, he is in his own body, and his body feels a certain way. And the baseball hitter feels the same way. And as he or she hits the baseball, which is also part of the game, is a tool. It flies through the air, and it may or may not land on the earth. It may or may not land within the player's hands. Bottom line is the player runs. And as he or she goes through the bases and gets points, many things are happening within this one game. In the stadium, you have thousands of people watching this game. However, they are conversing with one another. They are on their phones and they are conversing with the internet. They are in their heads about what they need to do after the game. And this is all being laid out as an example. Now, that is a linear perspective of all of the different pieces that are going on at a baseball game. But either way you put it, all is shared. All that energy is together, but all that energy is an individual expression coming together in a baseball game. Now, think of a baseball tournament. You have all of these multiple fields with multiple games. And so everybody's playing the same game, but they're wearing different colors. They're playing for different reasons. They are participating in a different way. And that's what what's kind of happening right now. It's always been happening this way. But now we're able to peek over the fence at the other baseball game that's going on right next to us, and we're accessing that game, and we're accessing many games at the same time, but we are not necessarily able to perceive it yet, or we are. The more we wake up, the more we perceive that. And what this does is this opens us up to realize that there are many games that we can participate in at any given moment. I'm also being guided to share about the non-linear perception of a baseball game, diamond. So there are think of a diamond, it has many facets. And as the light shines into the diamond, it lights up all of these facets. So that's another multi-dimensional description. But the diamond is also a code. Just the word diamond is a code for something that's going on within our bodies. And we are going from a carbon-based nature to plasma, to crystalline, to all of these different evolutionary processes, if you will. And I also see the baseball diamond. I'm also having references to there's other jewels that are opening within us. I know emerald was a few months back, or maybe it was a year ago now, but that's still, so let's say one game, right? You're playing in this game and your diamond codes are activated. But in the game over there, they might be activating their emerald codes, which are the heart, from my perspective, our perspective. From another game, they might be accessing the sapphire, and these are meant to share, these are words meant as activations. I'm going to share a video on a link here at the end if you guys want to go a little further into this. And so these words are not only activations, but so are the jewels themselves, because they represent shapes. So if you look up the shape of a diamond or the molecular structure, these sacred geometries are commingling and retransforming as we awake, galactivate, come online, and assist one another. Our soul fire is what fires up these codes, jewels, fire letters, the and as it goes up the line, these different jewels, you might think of them as chakras, but they're more than that, activate. Chakras are energy centers in the body, guys. I might have done a video on it, I can't remember, but yes, I did, the rainbow. Look at the Kiss Starseed video, Keep It Simple Starseeds on rainbow. Tiash ikinak uat utushtiat enakiet iatak at ushtiak anakiet itishtiak ashtia. And it's like opening up different windows in different portals of time, of different portals of who you are, who you were, and who you will become. Who are you? How will you step up to the plate? How will you communicate with your field? How will you communicate with your teammates? And I'm seeing that several things here. How will you communicate with your field is the field around you, your playing field, your body and what you're putting out into your environment, your matrix, if you will. How you communicate with you is where this comes from, this stems from. How will you handle your tools and instruments that are in your hand? Baseball bat, glove, the ball. How will you work as a team? Recognizing that without the coaching of your guidance system, your higher self, there would be a non-cohesive mishmash of players, if you will. But with the guidance of a good guidance team, which we all have access to, our source creator, our guides and helpers, we can then use our tools perhaps in a better way, with a better system, or have access to tools that we didn't have before. So now I'm seeing like the Sword of Excalibur, like a baseball bat. I'm seeing the laser like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, and that's a reference to, of course, Star Wars, but it's a reference to, will you be hitting with the anger, or will you be hitting from a place of knowingness and higher vibrational energies? Because the ball is in your court. The ball is your court. You are the court, the courter, the courtee. Tiashtia court ed, doshtiatas in accordance, doshtiak inististiana kustiana, with your projections. Tiashtukustiana istiak umukustiana. Not as in a goal that you are reaching, but as in what you are projecting out from your field, from your heart, your head, your body. And these emotions that you put out there in waves are felt. Your team feels them. The audience feels them. And we are actually able to, our senses are activating on a higher level. So we are actually able to hear the truth because we feel it in our bodies. We are actually hearing it when someone speaks an untruth or a misguided representation of reality. that misguided representation of reality that does not sit as truth. So I'm being guided solar plexus, it doesn't feel right in the gut, heart, are really activating and turning up a notch, if you will, for us. How will we use these senses? So we're being invited to recognize and recognize that these are part of our gifts. We're just coming online, dialing up, if you will, into this higher frequency. And so these senses can sometimes feel overloading. I did a video about this before, so I'm being reminded about this again. But if we come from a place of take a deep breath in, allow them to be, and learn how to use them from a higher system. Ask your team, ask your inner guidance, go within before you react. So set up how you feel before you hit the ball. So it's kind of like before someone shoots a gun, I'm seeing, you take a deep breath, shoots a basketball, right? Using the breath as a tool. And guys, I want to go back to shooting a gun. I'm seeing that as a representation of fire, of alchemy, of trajectory. Before you pull back the bow to shoot the arrow, go into the heart, move out from there. Because then that is what will cause you to jump from one field into another. So I'm hearing one field is sloppy. So there are sloppy fields where the coaching system is not in alignment with the source, and the team is doing poorly, and there's lots of arguments and fighting. And then there's the other coaching, there's the other field where everybody is playing with light and fun and camaraderie. And so the question is then, do you want to play on a team that doesn't have that? Do you want to be a part of a team that isn't connected to source? Instead, they're connected to ego and fear. And do you want to be connected to that? You have the choice to move out of that. And I'm seeing cutting cords, but it's not just about cutting cords. Although sometimes that may be something you can use as a tool. And I do that as well. I may do it in one of my videos. I do it in sessions. You can do it yourself. So I'll do a video on that later, or you can email me if you want to learn how to do that. But essentially, it's not just about cutting the cords. It's about moving out of that vibration, because if you're in a high enough vibration, you won't want to play on that team. You can easily just move. And it's not like you're going to put the bat down and walk away. I'm being guided to share with you that it happens in a split second. So here you are, pretend you're a baseball player and you're getting ready to hit the ball. And as you're standing at the plate, you're looking around going, I don't want to play for this team. Everybody's really yucky, bad energy. And so you then go into a place of, I feel I can send them love, but this is not where I want to be. And as soon as you make that decision, that is speaking your truth. It's telling your body your truth. It's telling your field. You're projecting onto your movie screen. This isn't the movie that you want to play in. And in a split second, you will be in a different dimension. You will be in a different timeline. You will be in a different reality. You may not realize in that moment that it's happened, but it does. That's how this works. And so all of a sudden, things will be different in subtle ways. So we're being guided to look at the subtleties. So yes, yesterday may have been a really bad day for you, but today isn't. And so recognize that yesterday is not today. 5 minutes ago may have been different than it is now in this moment, because you took a deep breath, set your intentions to come from a place of love, and thought, I let that go. And all of a sudden, things will start falling into place in subtle ways. And we're being invited to recognize those subtleties. Because the more you recognize what is going right, what is abundant, the less you play in the old game, in the old matrix. And all of a sudden, you will start to notice your synchronicities. You'll start to notice that abundance comes in many forms. And I'm doing a video separate on abundance, but in a nutshell, abundance comes in many forms. And the more you can feel that I am receiving abundance now. I wasn't yesterday, but today I am. The more you see yourself in that again and again and again, the higher that vibration becomes and the bigger playing field you step up into, rather than these segregated different fields of different dimensions. It's more of a collaboration, and then you'll get more guidance or you've always been getting guidance, but you'll get more guidance because you're aware of it more. You'll be more open to it, so to speak. So I'm going to end on that note right at a half hour. I have so much more to share, but and I just could keep going, but I know that sometimes it's hard for everybody just to dedicate. On some days, it's harder than others, right, to dedicate time to these videos. But guys, I want to encourage you, first of all, I want to say thank you again for tuning in. And I just want to encourage you to watch these types of videos, whether it be myself or someone else that's inspiring to you or feels good for you to listen to. When I was going through my really heavy stuff several years ago, I would listen, and I still do, but especially then, I was listening to these types of videos every single day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, sometimes more. I was doing things that I just felt like I couldn't get enough of it. And if that's where you're at, I encourage you to keep doing that, because that's what this is all about. And then once you get to that space where you go, oh man, I feel so much better, or wow, that really inspired me, or that person made me feel really good, then you're sharing that energy with the people around you. And I do have a whole playlist on my videos of people, or playlist, I'm sorry. Well, I'll do a playlist too, but people I subscribe to, and I haven't even completed that yet. There's so many more people I want to share with you that you can connect with on YouTube just as a tool. So thank you so much. In love and light. Till the next video. Namaste.